way. You can go about doing whatever you got to do.
Well, thank you.
Everything on one side where I got to carry a phone.
You're going to have to give him a tip now. Don't forget. Oh, go ahead. Don't drive to HBCU again.
Everyone, again, I will see you tomorrow morning, but we do have some guests that will be filming here, so I'll be splitting a little bit of my time. But I think I asked the question earlier. For many of you, it's the first time you've actually been to Atlanta, and the next time we're going to plan it a little bit different. I know that you're scheduled to leave at 12 o'clock, and we understand that.
But we do have a lunch for them, too.
Do we? But Ms. M, what I would like to do, I'd like to ask our speaker tomorrow morning to shorten his time.
Okay.
I'd like them to leave at least, if you would like to do this, maybe 35 minutes earlier. I would like you to see, Ms. Myra, where are you? So we got to figure out how we can do this. I need to show them the Martin Luther King Center, Martin Luther King birthplace. How many people would like to see that? And had we known earlier, we would have tried to make special arrangements. Dr. King's daughter, Bernice King, has often befriended students from here, but inside of the house there. But we'd like you to at least see, and the grave site, Sweet Auburn Avenue. And
the church is open. They can just walk into the church if they want, the original church.
Oh, yes, the original church where Dr. Martin Luther King was pastor and preached there. So I think at least you get to see that little bit of Atlanta. There are a lot of wonderful things here in Atlanta. As I said, had I spent more time with you, I would have told you how this whole institute was developed. But let me just say this, without going through the whole story. When I was approximately 11th grade in high school, I came to Atlanta from my little small farming community, representing the NFA, the New Farmers of America, in a talent contest. Because remember I said I had a little talent there, and none of those farmers could play the piano or anything, so I could play the piano. So anyway, I came here to represent the New Farmers. But it was what I call my camp exposure, because when I got down to Sweet Auburn Avenue, it doesn't look like a lot now, but back in the day, you would see during the week black men dressed in suits every day, because they owned the businesses, you know, for 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 blocks there on Sweet Auburn Avenue, and including Atlanta Life Insurance Company and all of that, which is on the same place that you're going to where Dr. Martin Luther King lived. Then we went out to an area called Collier Heights, which is, you know, older area now. It's not that fancy now, but back in the day, it was really something to see black people have the type of homes that they built. Did we get a chance to go through Sandstone Estate?
Sandstone, yeah.
Yeah, that's a newer area here. But the interesting thing about that area is that it was developed by black people. You know, they didn't buy those houses. They built them, that whole community. So you can imagine, as a youngster coming here back in the day, it was very, very impressive for me. And so there are a lot of interesting things, because there are a lot of exciting African-American entrepreneurs here doing all kind of interesting things. Last weekend, I forget the name of that thing that the guy invented, but you see it on television. It's some type of
is it a water gun?
Water gun.
Super soaker.
What is it?
Super soaker.
Yes.
Water gun.
The person that invented that was here last weekend. In fact, I'm going a couple weeks. He lives here in Atlanta, and so he's made a lot of money from what they tell me. You know, I just met the man, but anyway. But there are a lot of interesting people around here. So without further ado, I'm especially glad that I got a chance to come back and be with you a short period of time. We'll see you again tomorrow morning. And if we would just plan on stopping a little bit earlier.
Definitely.
And
stop
for
at 10:30.
Ms. M, also, some of them were interested in design work, so Kathy, what's his name? Blair will be coming by to speak to a few of the students. There were several of them that were interested in their clothing line, so he'll be coming by and speaking to you all once you get
And
back
who's
there.
that again?
Blair Catlett.
Oh, Blair. Okay.
Okay?
We need to say something to him, can we?
Okay, sure. Dr. Richards would like to have the floor at this point.
Professor
Dr.
Roundtree, as
Roundtree,
well as
Professor Roundtree.
Professor Wu and Dr. Ramdas. Well, what I wanted to say was that on behalf of Lincoln University and our students, we want to thank you very much for hosting us. We want to thank you very much for making this possible for us. And I think the students have benefited immeasurably from their experience here. And I think they will go back to Lincoln University having been re-educated to possibilities beyond their imagination and expectation. So we expect everyone here to be an entrepreneur at some point in time in the very near future, and then make a significant contribution to Lincoln University and the community. And the community.
Oh my God. Oh my God, it's like deja vu. You know I had this dream before? Seeing words. Like, oh my gosh, and I was doing this too.
I echo Chair's sentiments about our visit here, and I must say that our expectations here have been exceeded, because when I heard the magic word 140 acres, I said that's 100+ acres. So I'm glad and happy to learn that it has happened here in my eyesight, my lifetime, to see this happen. So I want to thank each and every one of you here. I'm so humbled to be here in this mansion with this historic that I just wish success to every person in this room here.
Thank you.
My colleagues and most of all the staff of the AEI Institute. It is truly a great experience for me to be here with my dear students, of course. And for the past 2 days, I have heard so many words of wisdom. Dr. Ramdas mentioned that knowledge is free, but wisdom is not. Somewhere along that line. But I believe each of the speakers who have taken their time to prepare the presentation, the words that they have shared with us, with our students, I believe personally it's going to be tremendous for each of them. One of the greatest assets that you have is your youth, your passions. So now that everyone have really, at least from my view, have gone out their way to provide you with their words, take it, run with it. And I personally thank Mr. Allen for making it all possible. And Miss M, you are terrific. I will go back home. Tap, tap. And for that, I thank you.
Dr. Rumford, right.
I just want to humbly thank you, Mr. Allen. I am amazed and humbled. And I was trying to figure out if I could be proud and humble at the same time. And it's difficult, but I'm grateful to be here. And as an aspiring entrepreneur to make $1 million a year, I am just in awe. And for me, it's encouraging. As a professor, it just gives me more motivation to motivate my students and encourage them and influence them. I love them. And I know that they are just, and I know that this, this experience for them is so invaluable, because this is a vision board that has come to life. And I pray that you all will just take everything to heart and make sure you put the pictures that you've taken, put them on your vision boards, create those vision boards. This is a reality, and it's such a blessing. He is African American. He is from our country, so he can do it. And he's not the only one. He has said that, but he started at the very bottom. So for me, it is such a gift, and you just are an example of our ancestors and all that they went through. We know that they didn't suffer in vain. So thank you, AEI staff. Love you.
How do we think about Ms. M and her staff?
Amazing.
Well, you want
Great.
what do you want to say or do?
I'll say something.
Come on.
Yo, say something. Say something. Let's go.
Oh, okay.
I just really want to say thank the whole AI staff, Mr. Allen.
That's right. You want to say something?
No, you get in the the first.
I really want to say thank the whole staff and thanking
I was about to tell you that. I was about to tell you that.
Alright, I really want to thank the whole staff and thanking everybody for giving us the opportunity to be here, especially since it was at little to no cost in us, and we even got some money to be here, which we are easy with. But I really want to and Mr. Allen, thank you for showing us that it is possible and something I imagine can really come true, because like I have a vision and a dream, and believe it or not, I'm actually standing in one of them right now.
All right.
So and the last thing I want to do is say that if Mr. Allen is the brain and Miss M is the heart and the AEI staff is the blood, I just really want to give a special thanks to Miss Myra, because I think she's the soul and spirit of this whole institution. Last night around 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock-ish, I'm not sure. She told us all in this room that tonight on the stage we would make magic. I thought she was a little tired, because I didn't really think we could do it. But she really proved to us that anything we set our mind to, we can do. I mean, in less than 24 hours, we put on a full-on production, which I think was a huge success. And I really just want to say thank you one more time, and thank you for everybody, for all your support, motivation, and everybody for joining in with me. One last round of applause, please.
No, I was just clapping. I was clapping.
I want to ask the AEI staff to step out first, because you're the leaders of the train that's going to go around the house. So if everyone can step out.